Okay, let's look at the matchup for tonight between Rowan Marshall and Tim English. This is going to be a great matchup. Last year, both of these two were outstanding. The last time they met was actually round two. St Kilda pumped the Bulldogs for 51 points. It all started in the middle, the clearances in the first quarter. But these two are the outstanding rucks. Both of them really competitive last year. Both had 20 to 21 possessions each. Different story this year. Rowan Marshall's in really, really good form, and the heat's on the Bulldogs, and in particular, Tim English. So we're gonna go through a few centre bounces and ball ups tonight. We're gonna see a lot of this, a lot of trying to cut the angles, almost coming to a stop play sort of scenarios. So that'll happen a fair bit tonight. Now and then they'll jump into each other. I really like to see Tim English when he played against Max Gawn at the start of the year. He sort of sat just in the same position. He didn't really change his angles too much. I'd like him to do that tonight against Rowan Marshall. Rowan will try and jump. They'll try and body each other at stop plays. Rowan Marshall likes to get the front position. Really good at doing this. He had 16 clearances last week, so he's in really, really good form. Tim English has got to be really mobile, I reckon. He's either got to start from behind or go in front, try and push him under the ball. So there's going to be a lot of contesting like that. This is one of the few times I watched from their game last year in round two where they both jumped at each other. But what I want you to be really mindful, or what English needs to be mindful of, is what Rowan Marshall will do quite a bit, and that's shoot off forward. Look at him. Really offensive running. So Tim English has got to be onto that. Particularly early. I think Rowan Marshall's going to test him early. You'll see this where Rowan Marshall's basically got there pretty early, stepped across the line, not allowing Tim English to jump. So that will happen quite a bit, I reckon. And then this is what Tim English has got to do. He's got to get Rowan Marshall turning his head. You see he's turned his head there, turned his head again. Tim English has got him set. Now he's off balance. Tim English knows exactly where the ball's going to land. He's got to do this quite a bit, get the clearance away. And then in the last one here, see again, Tim English still starting in the same position, wanting to change his angle. I think in the next one he does. So they're just going to be a lot of that sort of contesting. And in this position, he sort of moved a little bit, but in this situation, Rowan Marshall's going to throw a few options. He's changed his angle. He's trying to stop him from jumping. So if that's the case, I'd actually like to see Tim English start this way. If Rowan Marshall's going to start there, I want Tim English to go there. But anyway, that's my assessment for tonight's big matchup between St Kilda and the Western Bulldogs.